Welcome to Mordalon. My name is Anton and I am developing this 2D MMORPG for browsers. In this video we're taking a look at 5 features I've recently developed for the game. Let's take a look at the Mordalon hiscores. Hiscores have always been an important part of games because it's a fun challenge to gain ranks, and maybe you want to compare yourself with your friends. And if you're competitive, maybe you want to compete for top ranks. The MMORPG I have played the most is RuneScape, and they have their hiscores on the website. But since this is a browser-based game, you are already on the website, so why not put the hiscores directly into the game? This way you have quick and easy access whenever you want to look up some ranks. The main menu takes you to the hiscores, and on the first page you get the overall ranking. Here you're immediately greeted with the top players ranked by overall score. The score is a combined measurement of how much you have completed in the game. Quests, levels, raids and tasks. But maybe you don't care about the overall score. Perhaps you want to see who has the most cash. Or maybe who has completed the most quests. Well, the categories to the left make it easy to select which metrics you care about. And if you're interested in a specific player, you just click their entry in the hiscore and it will open up the character panel. Here you can see the most important stats and skills, and if you're wondering how they rank on any of these skills, just click the skill and you will get to that hiscore page. This is the Mordalon character selection screen. When you log in, you're now greeted by this character selection screen. Here you can see any characters you have previously created, and if you have any free slots left, you can create a new character. Character creation is quite simple since you only need a username, and when you're done you can jump into the game immediately. The character portraits are automatically updated with the gear you're currently wearing in-game. A neat thing about this system is that you no longer have to use a separate email address for each account, so you only have to remember or manage a single login. I also added this auto login checkbox. If you don't want to have to select your character and click dive in every time you reload the game, and for me as a developer that is many times a day, this little checkbox automatically selects your character for you and logs you in immediately. This saves me a lot of time. And don't worry if you accidentally hit the delete button, the game will ask you to confirm by typing in your name before you can delete your character. The game finally has key bindings. Going to the menu and clicking Settings, you'll find all the available key bindings. This is great because before everything was just hard-coded into your keyboard buttons, so everyone had a forced layout. Now you can customize your key bindings to your heart's content. They will automatically update immediately, and if you mess things up too much, you can click Reset all key bindings to get the defaults back. And not only that, the tooltips and interface titles and even the ability bar automatically update as soon as you change your key binding. So if you ever forget which hotkey to press, the game will help you out. Let's have a look at some visual effects. We needed a way to show status effects on the player. For example, if you're poisoned, or maybe you activated an ability that gives you super strength or something. You can see active status effects over the health bar, but sometimes it's nice to just see at a glance if your shield is still active or not. I've added a few basic ones, but the system is flexible and it's easy to add more. So first, when you get poisoned, your character will turn all green. I think this green color is a bit much, but we'll tweak that and it gets the job done for now. Then we have the Berserk ability. It makes you stronger, but also makes you take more damage. So it's nice to know if it's still active or not. Then we have this barrier ability that gives you a shield over your HP. This surrounds your character with a thin white border that represents an energy barrier. And now for another type of shield. If you hit this NPC at the right time, you will gain a shield that protects you from their ultimate ability. Now let's take a look at player badges. These badges are meant to communicate status to other players. You can see them in two places. First, when a player types a message in the chat, the badge will appear next to their name. Also, if you hover a character, you can see their badges next to their name. As a player, you can select your badges yourself. If you click this little icon in the chat interface, it brings up the badges interface. Here you can hover the different badges to see what they represent. Some of these badges are just to flex. For example, we have the rank 1, 2 and 3 badges. These badges can only be used by players who are currently rank 1, 2 or 3 on the overall high scores. Next we have the Patreon supporter badges, and this is just a small way for us to show appreciation to our Patreon supporters. Next we have the Pioneer badge. This is a badge for players who joined Mordalon early, for example during the alpha or beta releases. Finally, we have the admin badge to represent us developers, and the moderator badge indicates that a player is a player moderator. If you're interested in the game's development, please like and subscribe. And if you have any feedback or comments, please leave them below.